And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Michael Porter and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, that one, the 7th on the season for them. The team's still looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Cullum is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
It is a new day. Thank you for the update, Shams.
Well, that's one thing about Okongwu. He thrives on contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
McCollum kicks to Okongwu. Back to McCollum. Kicks it out to Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on Holmgren. In the corner, Daniels. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Holmgren outside. SGA against McCollum. Holmgren with a screen on McCollum. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Wallace covering. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end. And as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside. He has the speed to get to the hoop. And he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And the Hawks with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Here's McCollum. Drills the elbow jumper.
Well, McCollum really can hit from anywhere. He's got every move.
McCollum against SGA. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Coach, this early on in the season, what was the emphasis for you and your staff when you were coaching?
Well, look, Kevin, we really wanted to learn our strengths and find the best way to play to them. Of course, discovering your strengths is much easier for teams with a superstar. But either way, it's about discovering the kind of basketball your team needs to play.
Here's Williams, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Johnson, the pass to McCollum. Johnson, double team, back to McCollum. Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren outside. SGA looking it over. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Hawks. Corey Kispert comes in for Alexander Walker. Williams against Kuminga. Okongwu with a screen on Williams. Kuminga the pass for Okongwu. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a Cub.
Oh, does Chet even have to jump? He's got so much length.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got 6 points.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Pass to Kispert. Outside, Kuminga. Johnson, a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Kispert dishes to Johnson. Kispert setting the pick for McCollum. Another three for Atlanta.
Well, he's around a 40% career shooter from three. McCollum adding another three to his prolific talent.
Now, here's SGA. He had 37 points last game out. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And the rejection by Holmgren. He gets it up. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close.
The previous play is under review.
He beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Thunder?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Kuminga out there with Newell. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And then there's Zachary Risacher. And it's Kispert in at the two-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now, SGA. After the missed three from Corey Kispert.
And a three-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. And it's Risacher missing.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
To stand both the 23 and 24 first overall picks coming from France, Risacher, the top selection by Atlanta in 24.
Look, and I thought Risacher just got better as his rookie year went on, and he's going to continue to improve from year to year. This guy can shoot the ball, he can defend, and he really improved his passing as the year went on.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, Coach Mark Dagnall talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Guys, back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So for the Hawks, Tyson Daniels comes in for Riza, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Corey Kispert. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Daniels kicks to McCollum. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got 6 assists in the game. Now Daniels, still yet to score. Pass to Newell. Here's McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, he's not just a perimeter threat. McCollum is also skilled at finding ways to score inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander against McCollum. Here goes Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Wallace kicks to SGA. Hartenstein with the screen on McCollum. Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
Well, no question McCollum is in the zone right now. Just letting the offense flow through him.
SGA passes to Holmgren. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on McCollum. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Newell. And Jalen Johnson subbed in for Kuminga. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. Now, here's Okongwu. 17 points in his last outing. Gilgeous-Alexander against Okongwu. Outside, SGA. Clock at 6. On the wing, Wallace. No good with the triple. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Alexander Walker. And the rejection by Holmgren. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by McCollum. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Off target from outside. The Hawks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total. McCollum, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's SGA. Using his size out of the backcourt. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's McCollum. Takes the three. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Alexander Walker.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
And so we wrap up the first half. Thunder lead by 8. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA.
The Magic facing some injury concerns. Banchero's often the engine that makes them go. But he's in the shop right now, and that means the rest of the fleet has to rev it up, Ernie.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the Atlanta Hawks.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shots.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's SGA. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Collin passes to Okongwu. Now, Alexander Walker. Johnson outside. Okongwu with a screen on Holmgren. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, in that two-player action, I really like Okongwu as the player. He moves really well.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play, and I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA. Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And now a moment to see the stats for Johnson. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. From 13, it's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does it all. He said, once I made an emphasis to try to affect the game on both ends of the floor, I have found myself having success. So for me, it's just a want to. Coach Mark Daigneault said, he wants to win, and if you want to win, you have to do the invisible things. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, truly a two-way talent. Okay, thank you, Allie. Daniels with it. Williams picks him up. Daniels against Williams. Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender. Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Outside, Kuminga. Here's Alexander Walker. Wallace covering to the inside. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Okay, wow. Okongwu. Unreal.
And here's SGA. He's got 18. Wallace outside. Outside, SGA.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
No luck that time either. The Hawks trail by 15. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Here's Okongwu. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he did miss many, 90% on the year.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Zachary Risacher checked in for Okongwu, and Corey Kispert subbed in for McCollum. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Kispert finds Alexander Walker. The Thunder leading by 18. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. SGA's got 9 points now in just the second half. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Alexander Walker passes to Kispert. Here's Risacher. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Kuminga. 4 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And it's Risacher missing. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Alexander Walker. SGA with the bucket. SGA's got 25 points in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Johnson with a screen on Williams. Will it go? And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. Kispert is out there with McCollum. Then there's Newell, and it's Daniels in at the 3 spot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the dunk by SGA.
And this is what we're used to seeing from SGA. The guy can just take over.
McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. Pass to Newell. Daniels from outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. SGA against McCollum. Floats it up for Hartenstein. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Nifty move. Kuminga kicks to Kispert. Pass to McCollum. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And that is why Holmgren went second in the draft. He can dominate the paint.
Holmgren with a screen on McCollum. SGA finds Wallace. Holmgren sets the screen for SGA. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. It's good. And that's now 20 points for Chet Holmgren.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
McCollum dishes to Kispert. Pass to Newell. Here's McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup. McCollum's got 20.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Holmgren sets the screen for SGA. Bucket is good.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here's McCollum. Three-pointer, Daniels. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Offensive rebound. Out to Wallace. Stolen by Kispert. Knocked loose. Wallace with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Wallace outside. Williams finds SGA. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things, and a lot of times those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. McCollum, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
An expert at getting into the lane and creating havoc. SGA. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Shot clock at 6. Nobody near Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
SGA against McCollum. Out to Wallace. They get it back. Hartenstein passes to SGA. Back to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan.